Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Catalyst Cast. I'm here with my friend Caleb.
Howdy.
And I'm Daniel, and we're going to be talking about movies that Caleb hates. Actually,
Yep.
we both hate. And we're going to start out with Armageddon, starring Bruce Willis and, what was his name? The guy that played Batman? Ben Stiller.
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck. Ben Stiller would have been great as Batman. Did you see that?
I've not seen that, no.
No, well, it's a fictional character developed in my brain. What is so bad about Armageddon?
It's
Getting.
just... Everything about it personally for me is, it has to do with the presentation of it. I just feel like it's trying too hard to try and, it takes itself way too seriously. The CGI is terrible.
Oh, God.
The characters are just... I don't take them seriously, nor do I even care about them.
Wrong.
They picked, the most stereotypical people. They picked, a fat guy who was an oiler driller dude. They picked, a greedy gambler guy. That's Steve Buscemi's character. And it's you didn't pick the most, mentally, prepared people for the journey. And it's why would you even send, drillers up there anyway? In fact, someone even...
They gotta go drill 800 feet so they can plant the nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
So it'll explode, so it'll go around the Earth.
It's just so... I just don't understand.
My dad's a driller. He's a really smart guy.
And also, behind the scenes, someone asked Michael Bay, wouldn't it make more sense to train astronauts to be drillers instead of, training drillers to be astronauts?
They just didn't know what they were doing. They needed somebody who knew what they were doing and knew how to drill and get the job done. I think a lot of oil field workers, they're very hard workers. They work long hours, and I think they could get the job done.
Yeah, but, to train to be astronauts, though, would take, forever. And also, Michael Bay literally told the guy to just shut up. If your main response is that, instead of coming up with an actual, well-thought-out response, that's a sign your movie's going to be pretty awful.
I just want to see Bruce Willis save the world, okay?
Yeah, saving the world on Christmas is a good movie. Saving the world after he's shown to be a terrible person is
Did you not cry?
No, I didn't care. I thought the
When he was
movie
talking to his daughter, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not coming home. And then the tear rolls down his face, and AJ, what is his name? Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
It's just, it's my mission. He's like, no, you go take care of my little girl now. And he's like, goodbye, son.
He aimed a shotgun at him, in the beginning of the movie because he wouldn't let his daughter date anybody. It's just, it's out of whack. I just don't like it. I don't like the movie.
You don't see a dad protecting his overprotective father?
She's 22, dude. Let her date. It's bound to happen. You started a family for a reason.
I don't know. I guess when you have a daughter, it's like my niece. I wouldn't want, I always see her as my niece.
Yeah.
You don't want him to grow. I guess you never see him growing up. You always see him as the kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And you want the best for your child.
Yeah, that's why you raised them to look for the best in a man and not some overly tattooed guy who's like, hey there, baby.
Talking about Bear. The guy who played Bear, the guy from the Green Mile. What was his name?
Bear? What? Green Mile?
Have you ever seen the Green Mile?
Yeah.
What was his name? He passed away, but he was a really good actor. He was a big buff guy.
John Coffey?
Yes, John Coffey.
Okay. No, it's others. I was some fat guy and tattoos, and he's all
where he's
leather vest like Francis from Left 4 Dead. Hey.
Where he's getting the tattoo, and he's like, "Look, Mama." It says, "I love you, Mom." She's like, "Are you in trouble with the law again?" And these two FBI agents are standing there.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great comedy. It's fast paced. It's the end of the world. It's great.
No.
Yes.
Spy Kids is doo-doo because I hate, I understand it's trying to be goofy and serious, but with a meta irony, I think, to it, if that's the way to describe it. The reason why I don't like it is just because I think it's cringe, and I don't like jokes where the main thing is oh, she said this instead of a swear. No, shut up. What are you? No. I hate that. The fact that there was 3 is depressing and disappointing. The jokes were bad. The story was bad. I don't get it. I felt it wasn't for me. I hate it.
This is the world's #1 critic right here, I swear.
Hi.
Can't you just enjoy the ride?
I tried to, but like when people are telling me like you must like Spy Kids, no, I don't like it. I don't have to like it. Don't make me like things I don't like. Ramses per se,
Antonio, what's his name? Antonio, the main character. Antonio Banderas, right? Did I say that right?
I think so.
He's awesome. He's Puss in Boots from Shrek. I'm Puss in Boots.
I don't know. What other movie can I talk about?
Are you taking that away from me? That was Puss in Boots was the last movie I ever watched with my grandpa, and I think you should like Spy Kids because it honors that.
I'm not saying like Puss in Boots is bad. I'd watch it. I'm just saying in general, Spy Kids is kind of.
Don't you need a heart? Just, you know.
Wait, you saw Spy Kids in the theater last week, Grandpa, or was it Puss in Boots?
It was Puss in Boots in 3D. It was cool.
I'm not talking bad about that. I'm talking bad about Spy Kids because I think it's annoying.
Gosh, it was great. The CGI was terrible, but it was the time, it was the place, it was the happening, man. It was great.
Let's time travel. Let's go to 80s for a minute. We talked about some 2090 movies. 80s. What's a bad? Oh.
A bad 80s movie.
I feel bad for this. Dirty Dancing is gonna.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. I have to do it.
You have.
I'm sorry. I just have to. Okay. I'll be nice. I'll go with another one. What's another awful 80s?
What is it about Dirty Dancing that's so terrible?
I just feel like nothing really happened in the movie. Like maybe there was
everything happened in the movie.
It was like okay, so I did watch the movie. I did watch it. So a girl is like driving around, like the scenery is really beautiful. I do love the scenery in it. But like she goes into this dancing hall, she meets with some guy, they talk for a minute, they talk some more. There's a girl who's in a bad relationship with a dude, they show that for a good minute. Then it shows them training dancing some again, some more, and like it's just constant dancing.
Do you know how to dance?
Yes, but and then in the middle of it, they have an abortion scene, and it's like, what is this?
It was the 1960s.
But like, okay, here's how they could have made that better. I feel like it would have been better if instead of like she's pregnant scenario, they should have went with like they were gonna get married, and so all of a sudden like they're at the wedding, and then like the camera's showing what's going on. There's a band. It's not showing the band outright, but like there's something like familiar about it, but you don't see him outright completely yet. And then like they get up there, the groom is ready. He's the rude guy. Like they don't like him, and like the girl is like after having been like seeing like how bad he is, she gets up there. She's like, "No, wait, Buster!" And like she punches him. He falls back onto the table. It shows the band, and then you're like, "Oh wait a minute, I know who that is. That's ZZ Top." And then they do the guitar flip thing, and then they start playing and jamming out.
Are we talking about the same movie?
Yes, that's how Dirty Dancing should have ended. It would have been way better.
It was an 80s song. What was, isn't that weird? It was like took place in the 1960s, and they have all these 60s songs, and they jump to the 80s.
ZZ Top was like 70s, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Remember, 80s, ain't nothing like it. What was it, Sharp Dressed Man or whatever?
Well, ZZ Top could have played like a fake band named like the Cake Toppers. I don't know.
The hippies before their time, they just brush their beards and stuff.
And then, like, not to mention, even the director hated it. When he finished the movie, he was like, "This movie's awful. I can't." No, and like it did one. He's like, "Oh."
I just like Patrick Swayze. You ever seen Roadhouse?
Roadhouse was pretty good.
That was a good one.
I thought the ending was pretty fun, where they asked the guy, and he's like, "Did you see anything here, Chuck?" He's all like, "No." After a guy got literally obliterated with a shotgun.
It was great.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead.
That's a good one.
That's 1960s?
1968.
1968. That was a good movie for the time. I still love that movie. I'd love to remake that movie. Actually, they made a remake in the 90s.
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah, that one was. I like that one. The guy that played Candyman.
Yeah.
He played the main guy or whatever.
Oh, Ben was his name. Ben, I believe. Yeah, I think his name was like Ben something.
Candyman.
Oh no, not the actor. I mean the character in the movie.
Candy.
Okay, while you look that up, I'm gonna try and think of another movie I really don't like.
Do you not like? What is that? Never mind.
I'm trying to think. Candyman was okay. I
got a question for you.
Yeah.
If I got a mirror right now and asked you to say Candyman 5 times in the mirror, would you do it?
I mean, like, it's the idea of trying to chase demons that it's like, I wouldn't do that, but, like, it's obviously fake, so it's like, why would I even do that?
Okay, then we got a mirror. Ah! Need one. Be right back.
Yeah, Candyman's gonna come out and, like... Candyman's gonna try and, like, give you awful candy.
Do it.
I ain't gonna do it, but,
How come?
It's fake, I don't need to do it, plus my mustache will
Well,
be
if
out of
it's
whack.
fake, you know.
Oh my god. Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
He's very superstitious.
Is he there?
5 times.
Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
You gotta look in the mirror.
Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
Candyman.
I'm not doing that. It's stupid. Why do I need to do that?
Over there and do it?
Wait, go where?
Alright, here's...
Candyman.
We got ourselves a leather jacket Ted Raimi in the room.
Ted Raimi.
So you look in the mirror, right?
Yes.
Look at yourself. Candyman, 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 Candyman.
See, nothing.
You ever seen The Conjuring?
No.
That's a good one.
Oh, okay, I have to admit. There was one movie I saw where, like, it was on Netflix and everybody was terrified of it or something. It was, like, the most scariest, but when I watched it, it was so stupid.
What
It was,
about
like...
the Insidious movie?
No, it was some Spanish movie, and it was, like...
Oh.
The daughter lays awake at night listening to some blast-off rocket song. It's like, Cinco, seis! And, like, it's at several points in the movie. It's so... It wasn't scary. It was just stupid.
God.
Like, literally, scary movies anymore would be like, a can gets thrown. Like, a can got thrown over there. Who did that? Was that John Candy? Is he in this? I just don't get...
I see that mirror.
Yeah, here you go. Don't throw it.
John Candy. John Candy. John Candy.
Well, hey guys, I'm about to play some polka.
John Candy. John
Did you
Candy.
hear that? He said he was gonna play some polka.
Well, it's not Candyman, but it's kind of close.
Yeah,
John Candy.
John Candy, man.
It's gonna pop out of nowhere. Morbius.
I never saw that, so I can't talk about it.
It's a timeless classic. It was great. The CGI was on point. The story was phenomenal. And I was swept away. It was like Jaws for me.
Oh, that reminds me. Jaws 4.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, Jaws 4 is poo-poo, by the way. For
It's
those of you
poo.
wondering.
It's pure diarrhea.
They spoiler alert, you can skip ahead if you want to. I don't know if we'll push on. So, anyway, they kill off one of the main brothers from the original, like, first 3 movies. Which I don't know why they had to go that route. And then, like, they put it in the sense that the shark actually wants revenge. And in the book, it is outlandish. They start talking about, like, voodoo or something like that. There's an Italian mafia. It is whack.
What about Jaws 3D? I thought that was pretty terrible.
That one was, like, crazy, but it was alright, I guess. It's just...
It looked like a toy swimming to an underwater.
No, the shark...
It had like a string or something.
It's like the equivalent of, like, putting a T-posing man in, like, a 3D game coming after you. It's so... Imagine if Jason, the Friday 13th game, never ran after you.
Work the arms.
He just T-posed towards you. That'd be funny. That's what it was like.
There's a guy in there just like Jim Hanson's in there trying to work the mouth and stuff.
I feel bad for the British guy with the mustache or something. 'Cause he had like a friend or a brother, and he was like, "Man, where are you? Where are you at?" And he got killed earlier. So it's like, oh, poor fella.
I really do like the first one though.
Yeah, the first one was amazing. The shooting star thing, the quint, everything.
Did you know he was actually, when he did his monologue, he was actually drunk?
Oh,
And he did it off the top of his head. He was basically constantly drunk on the set.
yeah, because he had like tax troubles.
La-di-do, daddy-boy, but the shark's eyes are like shark's eyes.
And if I remember correctly, it was him, and it was either Richard Dreyfuss or the guy who played Chief Brody. They constantly fought on set. They hated each other, so it was like, all right.
And the shark never worked. That's why it's like you never see the shark throughout the movie, but
It drowned.
It was great. That's what made it great. It was the suspense. You never saw it until the end, and it's all like a big old puppet, like eating Quinn. But it was beautiful.
It was.
It was beautiful, man. It brings a tear to my little eyes. Anyway, thank you for watching the
Yeah,
Catalyst
thanks.
crew. Caleb, Daniel, adios amigos.